build this up. We've all paid our dues. Did you think it was all for you? Our fear keeps us divided, but they'll always win until we're united. I won't paint aboard a sinking ship, control remotely from a safe distance. While you place your bets on if we live or die, the scales they shift more in your favor, and you might think there's not much we can do. You have all the capital, but we've got the numbers. Now we have a voice, and we won't run away. Yeah, we won't run away. We won't run away. Yeah, we've got the numbers. Now we have a voice, and we won't run away.
The following is rated TVMA and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Okay, what's up, my talk radio people? It's me again. I'm back. Yeah, I'm always here to blab. Just check something real quick. Yeah. Okay. I had to check my YouTube to make sure my voice sounds better than last night. Last night, my voice was like screwy, you know. And then I did the interview was pre-recorded, so it went well. But like when I introduced it and when I closed the show, my voice was like screwed up. Trial and error, man. Shoot. But anyway, today is Time Warp Thursday, and y'all know what Time Warp Thursday is about. The paranormal, the mysterious, the legends, myths, all that kind of stuff. All that freaky stuff. Time travel, aliens, ghosts, all that good stuff. And it's season 2, episode 45 of Talk Radio. March 13th. Not Friday the 13th, but March 13th. We are 19.73% through the year of 2025. That's 10 weeks and 2 days. 72 days total. 1,728 hours. Getting tongue-tied. 103,680 minutes and 6,220,800 seconds. So, yeah, the year is going crazy, man. So, Time Warp Thursday. Tonight we're going to be talking about 2 different kind of like unsolved mystery kind of things, mysteries that haven't been solved. So can we solve these things together? Can we use my radio show here, Talk Radio, to solve some unsolved mysteries? That would be kind of cool. So, we're going to discuss the unsolved mysteries and kind of, go through some stuff. Always feel free to comment, interact with me if you wish. I'll be able to see the chat. So, but first, before we get into things, do a little bit of normal stuff like personal news. Around our house, colds are going around, like people getting sick. It's that time of year. Ending of winter, getting to spring. Everybody gonna get sick right before springtime hits. It's like, I think it's like a national holiday, end of winter. Get sick day or something. I don't know. But like the wife, our child, and myself, kind of all under the weather a little bit. I'm not as bad as like the wife and daughter were, but I'm still a little bit scratchy throat and stuff like that. But then I have the thyroid issue that I'm not totally sure what's going on with it yet. But so me even getting a little bit sick, it irritates that thyroid. It's crazy. But I push forward to do these shows so you guys can put up with me for another episode. And then lastly in personal news, me and my family here, and wife's sick, child sick, my mama's health is bad. Not she don't got the cold or nothing, but mom's health is kind of bad. And then my brother, So me, I'm kind of the glue that keeps this family kind of together. I keep my family together by helping and whatever. So that's basically personal news. Not much going on. Business-wise, to close out my little news areas, business-wise, I started a blog on my website to keep everyone updated on what's happening in my business. I got the Crow's Nest, where you can kind of just read about my journey of my business growing. And then I got Talk Radio, where I will post recaps every night of the shows I do. And it'll be like a recap saying what I talked about. And y'all can comment and share your opinions. And if you have any advice for changing things up, feel free to comment on the blog and let me know. And then there's video yearbooks that I will be posting blogs about video yearbooks. And if I get any offers to do video yearbooks for any of the schools in the Pierce County area. or the Clover Park School District at least. So, and not much really else news currently other than the blog and some changes coming to talk radio. Like I'm changing up how I'm going to be doing talk radio a little bit, with a little bit different ways of doing things. So you can keep an eye out for that. Keep watching for stuff like that. Alright, so first we get into the Unsolved Mystery thing. And just as I'm reading and going through these stories, remember, this is all about, is there anybody who watches my show or ever will watch my show who might have a little tidbit of information that could help solve an unsolved mystery? It'd be kind of an interesting, cool thing for my show to have somebody help solve a mystery, and then that mystery be solved, and we won't have to worry about it no more. We'd not have to put it on an unsolved mystery type thing again, ever, which would be kind of cool. Now, will that happen? Highly doubtful, but you never know. So, case number 1, the Sodder children disappearance. Okay, the Sodder children disappearance. Tonight we're diving into one of the most chilling and perplexing mysteries of all time. Oh, it's deep. The disappearance of the Sodder children. Was it a tragic accident or something far more sinister? We are about to break it all down, step by step, piece by piece. And I want you, my listeners, to help solve it. Get ready, because this one will leave you with more questions than answers. Okay, it was Christmas Eve, 1945. The Sodder family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia, was filled with holiday cheer. And you might see me looking down because I'm reading the little script I wrote, but filled with holiday cheer. George and Jenny Sodder and their 9 children celebrated like any other family that night, unaware that their lives were about to change forever. At approximately 1 a.m., a fire broke out, engulfing the home in flames. George, Jenny, and 4 of their children managed to escape, but 5 of their children, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, were never seen again. Now, most people would assume the children died in the fire. But here's where things get strange. No human remains were found in the ashes. Not a single bone, no teeth, nothing. Experts later confirmed that even the most intense house fires, bones should still remain. So where did the children go? Let's rewind to the bizarre events leading up to the fire. Just weeks before the incident, a stranger came to the Sodder home, warning George that his house would go up in flames because of his outspoken anti-Mussolini views. Another oddity, a man was spotted watching the children from a parked car just days before the fire. And then on Christmas Eve at exactly 12:30 a.m., the phone rang. Jenny answered it. It was a woman asking for someone who didn't live there. She laughed strangely before hanging up. Minutes later, Jenny was startled by a loud bang on the roof, followed by a rolling sound. And then the fire began. When George tried to rescue the children, he was met with more obstacles. The ladder was missing. His truck wouldn't start. The phone lines were cut. It was as if someone had meticulously planned for him to fail. Sounds like, some crazy stuff going on like that. But the real mystery begins after the fire. Multiple witnesses claimed to see the children alive. One woman said she saw them watching the fire from a passing car. A waitress in Charleston, West Virginia, claimed she served breakfast to 5 children matching their descriptions the next morning, accompanied by 2 strange men. And then in 1967, over 20 years after the fire, Jenny Sodder received an anonymous letter postmarked from Kentucky. Inside was a photo of a young man who strongly resembled her missing son, Lewis. On the back, a cryptic message was written: Lewis Sodder, I love brother Frank. Little boys A90132 or 35. The family hired a private investigator to track the sender, but he vanished without a trace. So, what really happened that night? Let's break down the leading theories, okay? The theories that are going on about this case. Theory number 1, the children died in the fire. The official explanation is simple. The children perished in the fire, and the remains were destroyed. But here's the problem. Bones should have been found. Cremation experts confirmed that even in 2,000-degree fires lasting hours, bones do not completely burn. The Sodder house burned for just 45 minutes, so where are the remains? So, either the children died or they didn't. But the theory is first theory is children died in the fire. Theory number 2, the Sodder children were kidnapped. What if the fire was just a cover-up for a carefully planned abduction? The cut phone line, stolen ladder, and sabotaged truck suggest someone didn't want George to reach the children. Multiple witnesses saw the kids afterwards, and the mysterious letter suggests they were alive decades later. But why would someone take them? Alright, theory number 3. Mafia or Italian revenge attack. Remember the threat George received from the Mussolini supporter? Was this a mafia-style retaliation for his political beliefs? Some believe the children were taken to Italy. If true, this suggests an organized effort involving multiple people. So, the mafia involved with that? Interesting. Y'all can, share your feelings, whether it's on my show, live, or if you read the recap later on my blog, share your ideas, Now, theory number 4, the last theory here, theory number 4, child trafficking. Another chilling possibility. Could the children have been sold into child trafficking? The 1954 sighting of 4 of them in Florida with Italian-speaking adults suggests they may have been relocated. Trafficking rings were active in the 40s, and children could easily be given new identities. So, what do you think? Were the Sodder children victims of a tragic fire, or the targets of an elaborate abduction? Was this revenge, a kidnapping, or something even more sinister? If you have a theory, send it in chat or on the recap blog. I want to hear from you. I like having interaction. I like being able to read people's ideas and thoughts and what they think. Maybe, just maybe, we can crack the case together. You never know. Anything can happen. But, that's the first little unsolved mystery. And it's interesting that they have the theories of the children died, or the children were kidnapped, or a mafia or Italian revenge attack, and then child trafficking. I mean, it could be any of those, but like they said, in the fire you could still find bones. If there was no bones, then it kind of shows that they didn't perish in the fire. Maybe they did get kidnapped and sent into child trafficking, selling the children to other people around the world. You know, who knows? Anything's possible. Um, but I don't see any reason to believe they died in the fire. Now, could the kids have like set the fire to try to like kill off their parents and other brothers and sisters, and like escape and like go into foster care or something because they didn't like their family? Maybe the kids did it. Maybe the kids set the fire and jumped out the window or something, or climbed out the window and took the ladder with them so their dad couldn't get the ladder. Yeah, there's so many different like ideas that could be talked about. That's why I want to hear from you guys, you know, and what you guys think, because you know all opinions are valid. You know, nobody's opinion will be judged or made fun of. It's just a way to like communicate and maybe, possibly, maybe ever solve a mystery like this. Because you know, with a bunch of people talking about it, like say you're on my recap blog and you're commenting and getting a bunch of comments about it. You know, maybe you get a bunch of people talking about it. Maybe somebody involved with it, maybe, even though it's been so long now. Maybe it's some distant relative of one of the kids that survived, you know, is there and talking about it and can get to the bottom of something, maybe. You never know. In this world, you never know. That's why it's always awesome to sit here and have these type of unsolved mystery things where you can discuss it and have others discuss it, and just the idea that it could possibly be solved somehow is an awesome thing. You know, will it ever be solved? Highly doubt it, but you know, I like to keep kind of future promises of being, you know, a possibility. Not just throw it out the window and say it never happened. I say I doubt it, but it could happen. Who knows? The voice from beyond back here could be a distant relative of one of the children that just disappeared, and you know, knows that they set the fire or something. Who knows? You never know. You never know. You never know. It's a weird world. A weird world we live in. And you know, I just like doing these shows. And now that it's gotten into where I'm trying to structure it out better, you know, hopefully it'll work a little bit better, and we can have more depth to my shows, more communication, more viewers. I'm still struggling with the viewers, you know, but I'm gonna just keep going in hopes for the best of getting viewers in the future. You know, I'm starting to advertise more on Facebook and stuff like that, and just, you know, sharing stuff. So hopefully we can get more communication, more viewers, more followers over on Facebook, more subscribers over on YouTube, more followers on Twitch, Kick, whatever. Cause you know, we gotta grow this show. Well, I gotta grow this show with y'all too. So anyways, as kind of like my script says, I'm going to take a quick little break and be back for the second case of the night. And I'll do 2 cases tonight, and then next week I'm going to have a couple more unsolved mysteries that I'll do. And we'll do that for like a few weeks, kind of just, you know, see how it goes and see how the flow works with it. And then, you know, we'll go from there. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Just a little quick break here, because I was reading it's okay. It's kind of cool to take a little intermission break between topics. So I'm going to try that. That'll give me a break from talking for a couple minutes. And give you guys a break from hearing from me for a couple minutes. So I'll be back when I get the bag, okay? Okay.
chance to be ruthless. Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything
everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow.
Cannot hear you. Thank you, Mom, for letting me know you cannot hear me. Okay, sorry about that. That was a goof, okay? Anyways, I'll start from the beginning of case number 2, which I was talking about. The D.B. Cooper hijacking, which is a big thing in Washington State. It's been always a big mystery in Washington State. The D.B. Cooper hijacking. Secondly, we're diving into one of the greatest unsolved crimes in American history. A case so legendary, it's been the subject of FBI investigations, Hollywood films, and conspiracy theories for over 50 years. I'm talking about D.B. Cooper, the man who hijacked a plane, took a ransom of $200,000, which isn't a lot of money nowadays. In our time period, $200,000 ain't worth really doing all this stuff. But back then, you know, he figured he'd do it, and then vanished, seemingly into thin air. Did he survive? Did he escape with the money? Or is he buried somewhere deep in the wilderness? Let's break down the facts, explore the theories, and see if we could solve it. An awesome thing to solve if we could solve it, because it's the Northwest tradition, history, mystery thing. D.B. Cooper. It's always been heard about in Washington State. As you'll hear in a minute why. So, it all started on November 24th, 1971. Thanksgiving Eve. That was before I was even born. Okay. A man who purchased a ticket under the name Dan Cooper boarded Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington. The flight was a short 30-minute trip with 36 passengers on board. Nothing unusual until Cooper made his move. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant, Florence Schaffner. She's gonna get the shaft. Sorry, that was a stupid pun. I'm sorry. She thought it was just another guy trying to hit on her, until he leaned in and whispered, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." Schaffner opened the note, which claimed Cooper had explosives in his briefcase. He then calmly opened the case, revealing a bundle of wires and red sticks. Whether real or fake, no one knows. He told her to sit beside him and relay his demands to the cockpit. So that his demands, $200,000 in cash, equivalent to over $1.5 million today. That's why I said, today that wouldn't be nothing. Like, if, unless you're asking for the 1.5 million. But 200,000 is nothing. And then he asked for 4 parachutes, 2 main and 2 reserve, a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to refuel the plane for a second trip. The pilot radioed in the demands, and law enforcement, including the FBI, scrambled to prepare the ransom. The plane circled for 2 hours to allow authorities time to gather the cash and parachutes. Meanwhile, the passengers had no idea what was happening. Cooper was eerily calm, sipping a bourbon and smoking a cigarette. That would be me. Not the bourbon part. I wouldn't be sipping a bourbon. I'd be sipping some like Jack Daniels or something, and smoking a cigarette. Apparently, you could smoke on the planes back then, which is interesting because when the times I've flown, you can't smoke on the airplanes. When the plane landed in Seattle, Cooper let the passengers go in exchange for the ransom, but he kept the flight crew on board and ordered them to take off again, this time heading toward Mexico City at a low altitude and slow speed. But Cooper had no intention of making it to Mexico. Somewhere over the thick forest of Washington State, around 8 p.m., Cooper did the unthinkable. He lowered the rear staircase of the plane and jumped into the freezing night, disappearing forever. When the crew landed safely in Reno, Nevada, the only thing left of Cooper was a black tie, a few cigarette butts, and a legend that would never die. Despite one of the largest manhunts in U.S. history, no one ever saw Cooper again. The FBI combed the area where he supposedly landed, but no body, no parachute, or trace of him was found. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Now, let's break down the biggest question of all. Did D.B. Cooper survive? And if so, where did he go? Theory number 1, getting to the theories now. Cooper didn't survive the jump. Many experts believe that Cooper died that night. Here's why. He jumped into freezing temperatures with strong winds and heavy rain. He was wearing only a business suit and loafers, totally unprepared for the wilderness. The terrain was dense forest, rivers, and mountains, not an easy place to land. The parachute he used was not steerable, meaning he had little control over his descent. No parachute or body was ever found, despite decades of searching. And here's the strongest evidence. In 1980, a young boy found $5,800 in deteriorating $20 bills, buried along the Columbia River, confirmed to be from Cooper's ransom money. Could this mean Cooper's parachute failed and the money scattered in the wind? Or did he stash it and come back later? So, that's theory number 1, that they're saying he didn't survive the jump. And basically died from the jump. Theory number 2, Cooper survived and escaped. Some believe Cooper planned his escape perfectly. He was oddly calm and calculated, as if he knew exactly what he was doing. Some FBI agents suspect he had a military or skydiving background, meaning he could have landed safely and disappeared. Even stranger, no missing persons reports matched Cooper's description. If he had died, surely someone would have reported him missing. Could he have assumed a new identity? That's possible. Theory number 3. Cooper was an inside man. Some think Cooper may have had inside knowledge about the plane and law enforcement procedures. He seemed too prepared. From knowing about the rear staircase to understanding how far the plane could fly, could he have worked in aviation, possibly even for Boeing or Northwest Airlines? And then theory number 4. Cooper was never alone. A wilder theory, Cooper had an accomplice waiting underground. Perhaps he landed, quickly got picked up, and disappeared with help. If true, this would explain why there's no trace of him was ever found. And that's probably the one I think is most possible. He probably had somebody waiting for his butt, and he kind of had an idea of where to jump out to where he could navigate a landing spot to tell that person to meet him. Get in the vehicle and boom, gone, bye-bye. Never see again. And they can go drive over to the East Coast or whatever. You got enough money for gas. Drive over to the East Coast and nobody know where you is. So what do you think? Was D.B. Cooper a daredevil who pulled off the perfect crime? Or did he die in the wilderness with his body lost to time? Send in your theories. I want to hear from you. Maybe together we can crack the case. So feel free to comment, whether you're watching live or you watch it later. Comment. Any comments are welcome. Or if you read my recap later of this episode, share your comments there on the recap blog, and just share thoughts, share opinions. That's 2 cases for tonight: Sodder children, Disappearance, and D.B. Cooper, Hijacked. And like I say, D.B. Cooper, if my show helped solve that, that would be historical epic for me, because I live in Washington State. And this happened in Washington State. So it'd be like, ooh, bangarang, talk radio in the house. Sorry, that was dorky of me, but hey, you gotta have a little bit of dorkiness sometimes. So there's our mysteries for tonight. I thought both of them were pretty cool and pretty, give you something to think about. Like, the Sodder children, maybe, like I was saying, maybe the kids set the fire and disappeared. Maybe they were abused by their parents. They just set the fire and they took off. And like the oldest child was old enough to kind of take care of the younger siblings and run off. Who knows? And the D.B. Cooper thing, yeah, I think it's very possible that he had somebody waiting for him in a vehicle, and he landed safely with the parachute and everything, and just folded up the parachute, put it in the trunk of the car, got in the car, drove off. And never seen again, never heard from again. But I feel free, all my people who view, share your comments, and what you think, because I want to try to get the show to be more interactive and get people chat more and interacting with me more. I have my mama, she was funny, cannot hear you. She helped me out because I was like muted. I do that sometimes because my mind just, whatever. But as we got some time to kill, before ending off this show, I'll talk a little bit about the scrolling text on the bottom and some more. I do it quite often because, the joking breaking talk radio has taken over YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Facebook, which I kind of have, but it doesn't show yet because the viewers ain't really there yet. But thanks for your continued support, anybody who watches my show. Whether it's watching it live, watching it after I've recorded it, and all that stuff. However you watch it, I appreciate it. Remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. I like having the likes, the shares, the comments. subscriptions, the follows, all that stuff. And there's still time, I believe, to purchase some Girl Scout cookies from our daughter. Link in the description. Adeline's Girl Scout cookie sell, online sales. I think you can still do that. So I think this cookie season ends like the end of this weekend or something like that. I don't know. And then GoFundMe fundraising, QR code over here in the corner. Link in the description. Help me build my business. Help me raise some funds to build this business. And then business-wise, check out the website. Become a member. www.crowrulesentertainment.com. Become a member. You can read my blogs. You can comment on the blogs. You can go into forums and chat. You can go into groups and chat. You can watch the live streams. All that stuff. And then upcoming guests. I didn't take off this one. March 12th, which was yesterday, Wednesday. John Bukowski. I gotta take that off. That one is done. Tomorrow, Friday, March 14th, I will have James Buckman on the show. I've advertised on Facebook about it, stuff like that. So March 14th, tomorrow night. And then Monday, March 17th, Betsy Kudlinski. That will be a pre-recorded show. I will record it earlier that day, put it on that night. Same with March 25th, R-Truth, pre-recorded that day and put on later that night. April 4th, Michael Allison, pre-recorded, same as the others. And then April 10th is Brown O'Landrum. And as far as I know, she's still going to do live because she said she's going to be overseas. And, like, the time difference is perfect or something, she said. So, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what happens. I've reached out to, more people. And I'm still kind of talking to some folks about becoming guests. Haven't, like, confirmed or locked it in yet with some people. But working on it. So, there's going to be times where there's no guests, like tonight. But Thursdays are okay for no guests because Thursdays are like the paranormal, ghosts and aliens, all that stuff kind of talk. So you don't necessarily need a guest unless it's like an expert in the category you're talking about, which makes it a little more fun. But yeah, so it's kind of the thing where I will have guests. It's just, waiting to hear back from some guests and then, planning out things. So it'll be a good thing. But you can check out tomorrow's guest, James Buckman. His website is Linktree, linktr.ee/Apollo. So you can check out his website if you wish, before even watching the show, or whatever, and prepare yourself for him. He's glam rock singer, non-binary. So it's gonna be interesting show. I got already questions and stuff like that. So it's kind of a thing where it's going to be an interesting, fun night of chatting with him. And my first kind of musician, so it's kind of cool. I went from authors and a business owner to now a glam rock singer. So kind of like musician, my first musician. I'm moving up in the world. Maybe I'll have more musicians, maybe like actors, actresses, all that stuff. Who knows what the future holds for talk radio. I'm hoping for big things with talk radio, but I still got to work out the kinks and get the scripting right, get the scheduling down, and all that stuff. and just kind of figure out how to be more talkative, to where I'm not talking about the same thing over and over again. Because I know that annoys people. Excuse me, I burped. But yeah, with closing out tonight, it's been kind of a crazy past few days with the cold going around my house and my brother being a pain in the butt and all that stuff. It's just, tough. And then I'm not feeling that great. I'm not sick. I don't have a cold really heavily, but with the thyroid problem and my throat being itchy, scratchy, because I'm a little bit under the weather, so my throat wants to be under the weather. Okay? Hopefully I don't get worse, because if I get worse, I probably won't be able to talk much, so I won't be able to do this show. I'll be sitting here going, doing sign language on y'all, Like, y'all better get some translators for my sign language, because that's how I want to talk if I catch a real bad cold, because my throat will be like messed up. I won't be able to talk. And y'all will be like, thank God. Just kidding. But yeah, whoever watches, I thank you. Like I always say, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Kick. I thank you all for being audience members and stuff. I just wish and hope over time I can grow the numbers, get more viewers, up those numbers and get more viewers. So if any of you, share my stuff, if I post on Facebook, share the post, so other people can see it, your friends can see it, they can share it, their friends can see it, just kind of spread the word. It's all about word of mouth. And my guests, I always hope they share that they'll be on my show and spread the word, and that can maybe bring new audience members for me, new people. But next week on Thursday, we're gonna do another Unsolved Mystery type thing with a couple more new cases, or different cases, not new, but different. And we'll discuss it and have fun with it, just like we did tonight, and just kind of discuss how your opinions are on the unsolved mysteries, and maybe we could solve one of these unsolved mysteries and become like a famous episode of talk radio where, oh, they solved an unsolved mystery. That would be cool. Not just for my show. I mean, it would give me, that, yeah. But also for the people who, are involved with that mystery, who have, missed the people that disappeared or whatever. Help them find those people. And, helping people. That's what matters in this world. So I've got 10 minutes left. The wife's laying down resting. You might hear her coughing a little bit here and there, but she got a cold, so sometimes you might hear the brother woo-hoo-hoo being all loud because he's annoying. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I like doing this show, and I like doing video stuff. That's why I'm doing videography on Kronos Entertainment. I'm calling it videography/entertainment because the live streams, that's entertainment, that's not videography. So this is entertainment. One branch of my company. And then the other one is videography. But if I take off with entertainment stuff, I'll probably just leave off videography and stick with entertainment. Making TV shows, making these type of shows, other things, But that's in the future. I don't know where my business is gonna go, if it's gonna even go anywhere. I keep trying, and I'm gonna keep trying, just take it a day at a time, a step at a time, Sooner or later, something's going to hit and it's going to take off. And I'm going to be like, yes, bangerang, sub. Sodder's Entertainment in the house. And it could be, one of my guests. Either one of the guests lined up coming up or one that's not lined up yet. Maybe one of the guests will be my hit point and I'm going to be like taking off after that. You never know. I just sit there and get one show at a time and hope for the best, hope to get viewers and hope to get comments, likes and shares, people reading my blog, becoming a member of my website. Because I want to build a community on my Sodder Entertainment website. Because that shows support, watching my live streams. You can watch them on my website, or chatting in the forums, or reading the blogs and commenting on the blog, replying to my blog posts. Or I got groups over there. You can, chat in the groups. You can even create your own group, and people can chat in that group. It's kind of a cool little thing. It's not Facebook. It's not Instagram. It's not TikTok and all those other areas. But it's Sodder Entertainment. It's a community for a business to, chat and share and all that stuff. And I think it'd be a cool thing to have a community of people who enjoy entertainment, whether it's live streams, TV shows, movies, music, all entertainment. Because yes, music is entertainment as well. You go and dance and have fun, that's entertainment. So music, movies, TV, live streams, it all ties into entertainment. And I want to kind of try to be maybe a part of all of it. I don't know how I'd be part of music because I can't sing worth a damn. I'm not even going to try. But maybe I can music producer or something. Produce people. put out CDs and DVDs and stuff for people who are trying to become, musicians. Become a record label as well as Sodder Entertainment. Because it can be part of entertainment. Record producer. And then movie maker, TV maker, TV show maker, creating TV shows, creating movies, creating artists. I don't know. The sky's the limit on this thing for Sodder Entertainment. There's a lot I can do and a lot that's in my head that I need to kind of bring out and start working on. And I'm trying to not overwhelm myself. So that's why I'm starting with videography, basically, and live streaming. And as I'm doing those things, I can work on the other stuff, like maybe brainstorm once in a while, trying to create a TV show that I can put on TV, to where it's like national TV. It's a possibility, and you never know what'll happen. It's just something that I've always been passionate about: video editing, and making videos, creating videos. It's just a passion of mine, and I love doing it. And if you're gonna build a career, do it about something you like and you have fun doing. Otherwise, your career becomes like a job, and you don't want to be there. You're like, I don't want to do this. But me, since I like doing this stuff, it's not really like a job. It's like just having fun. And I'm like, yeah, I can do this work. It's fun. I have fun doing this stuff. But I will start closing out this show so the wife can rest and my mouth can, fade out to silence so the wife can rest and I can try to get some rest after I put clothes away. And so I gotta put some clothes away for my mom and my brother and stuff before I go to bed. And then I'll try to get some sleep because, you know, like I said, my throat's itchy and scratchy. My stomach been acting up a little bit the last few hours, like, you know, not feeling well. I'm not sick, but I'm not feeling well. And I don't want to get worse. So, I'll probably put some clothes away and then try to get some rest. Just, crash out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll probably play some video games real quick before I go to bed. So, you know, other than that, I'll probably just crash after an hour or so. Just a couple hours. Something like that. I don't know. A couple hours at the most. But for now, I want to thank you all again for watching and being loyal to my show. Like my mom, Nancy Armstrong, she's been watching every episode pretty much. She's like trying to be like my biggest fan or something. You my mama, you don't have to be my biggest fan. You don't have to show it anyways, because like you my mama. You always kind of like always been that supportive mom type thing. So, but you know, I love her, and you know, I like that she watches all the episodes and, you know, backs me up with all this stuff a little bit. So it's cool. So anybody else who watches, thank you. And comment on this video. If you watch it even after it's not live no more. Comment your thoughts on the unsolved cases I talked about tonight. Share your opinion. Or you can go and do it on my website, like I said. Reply to the recap on my blog, or talk about it in the forums, or talk about it on a group. You can build a group on Unsolved Mysteries and talk about things. Or you can go to my talk radio group and talk about things. Either way, it works. So much love to you all. Have a good night. Look forward to tomorrow with James Buckman, 11 o'clock. He will be live with me, so, you know, hopefully it goes smoothly. We will see. I always get nervous with the guest stuff. So, and then next week, we're starting off the week with a guest on Monday. With Betsy Kudlinski. What I think that was the name. Betsy was Kudlinski. Yeah. So it's gonna be kind of cool. And then after Monday, there's no other guests till the 25th of March. So I'll get a good little, like a week of like no guests, just talking on these shows. So, and if you have any suggestions, if you think a certain day could be changed from a certain topic to a different type of topic, because I have Motivational Monday and Transformative Tuesday, and those kind of both line up in the same mental health, you know, type category. You know, maybe my viewers have an idea for like a Tuesday being changed to something else. Different kind of like, you know. But I want it to be kind of like, yeah, a T word. T word for a T word. Something Tuesday. Not like Sappy Tuesday. That wouldn't go. It's gotta be Transformative Tuesday or Taco Tuesday, or, you know, some kind of like T word that I can kind of put together and bring segments in to make it fun. Yeah, so see, March 17th, Betsy Kudlinski. Okay. And then after that, March 25th. So those are the next two coming up. And then nothing until April. Anyways, I've been blabbing. So much love, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow night with James Buckman as my guest. Stay tuned.